Hello everyone, this is the Yamato Stitcher. This channel is about all things cross stitch. If you're new here, welcome. If you like what you see, please come back and see how I'm progressing on my projects. If you are a returning viewer, I very appreciate that you came to share some time with me again. Now, it's been quite a while since I uploaded a video. Life was quite busy and I didn't have the time or the energy to make a video. But starting in 2022, I decided to make a little bit of a change in my 2022 goals, which I will talk a little bit later. And I started posting pictures on Instagram. I haven't posted a lot yet, but I would like to post more. So if you are interested, please go check and see. My Instagram account is the same as the YouTube name, Yamato Stitcher, so it shouldn't be that difficult to find. Today, I have one finish, and I would like to show you my progresses so far from the start of 2022 and would like to do a bit of a start with me of a FuzelOk kit that I bought last year. All right, first the finish. Yes, this is Asian Flower Girl that I've been working on from last year, and I managed to finish it in January. Yes, in January. So I started this project on March 16 of 2021 and was saying in my last video that if I could finish it before March 16th, 2022, that means I would be finishing this project within the year. And I did. Yeah, apparently I'm kind of a person who gets an extra boost when I'm given a specific goal. Too many goals are not good, but yes. A reachable goal, a short goal could give you a boost. This is a kit from Lanarte, stitched on 27 count even weave, 1 or 2 over 2, yes, 1 or 2 over 2, almost full coverage. See these areas? Did you see these? And here, a little bit here, I didn't stitch. Yes, she's all finished. All finished, yes. It had a little bit of back stitching around here with her fingers and her clothes and her face line, lips, a bit of nose and eyelashes. Yes. As I was stitching through the last 20% or so around here, I was feeling I wanted to stitch other projects instead of finishing this one. Because it was, you know, the interesting part was all over. Her face is now done, and there weren't any more flowers in here, and I was just stitching for a finish. Yes, that was it. I was stitching so that I could finish and would not have to worry about this at all. And it was becoming very tiresome. And I was feeling I don't have to finish this. I want to stitch other projects. But I've invested some money to buy the kit and invested quite some time on this. So I said to myself, I need to finish it, because if you didn't now, you won't be able to finish in the future. And I don't like projects to be lying around unfinished. So yeah, I made it to the end. That was quite fun. and I'm pretty satisfied that it's finished. Do I love the project? To tell you the truth, not as much as I had expected, because the chart was quite easy to stitch, not challenging, maybe too easy to stitch, and it was nothing new, should I say? But I figured out some faster ways to stitch with one strand on these kind of fabrics, so that was a learning curve. Yeah, overall, I'm glad that it's finished now. So I don't have to worry about it anymore. Will I ever FFO it? Put it in a frame? It's not on the top of my list. Yeah, but it's a finish. Yeah, I don't really like stitching people. So maybe that was one more reason that I didn't really enthusiastically enjoy it. That's done. Okay. Want to see my back? Well, there are not a lot of colors, so it's not messy. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Now, this is my first WIP, and this is my focus piece of the year. It's a chart by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Dominic Davison. It's called Japan Garden. And sorry, I'm not showing the whole picture of it. In the last video, in the WIP parade, I said I was about 15% done of this and was aiming for 30% or 50% at most. And as I was thinking about that, and I thought I needed something else, because the number for the goal was quite large. So and then I found out about the Full Coverage Fanatics 2022 goals. There are several, and one of them was 20 Wonders of the World. And the challenge is that you visit 20 wonders in the world, and with each 5,000 stitches, you get to visit a wonder. And you try to visit 20 wonders within 2022. And I have been able to visit 3 wonders now, and I will be visiting the 4th wonder in about 1,000 more stitches. So that's a quite fast pace for me, and I have to watch my pace so that it doesn't drop. Because it's the beginning of the year, I think I'm pretty motivated to progress on the project. And that's one of the reasons I started posting pictures in Instagram. I've been posting, I think, 3 pictures now, because I visited 3 wonders. So I post a picture when I reach 5,000 stitches. And yeah, that's how I'm progressing on it. And the reason why I'm showing this part is that I finally finished the pink confetti area, and I thought this was the hardest part. But you see this area with pink and light greens and some dark colors? This area is the most confetti area so far. So I hope those parts aren't, well, a good thing that this part is not that big. And these areas are, not that many colors, so that's a fun stitch. And even though these areas, the purple and pink area, it seems like a confetti area, but compared to this pink area, it's easy going. So if I finish this row to the end, I have like 500 stitches more. So entering another vertical row, I will be able to reach the next 5,000. Yeah, I think I'm keeping a good pace. Right, next one. Next is Thistle Birds from Modern Folk Embroidery. I'm stitching this on 30 count raw linen to over 2 full cross. I stitched about 400 stitches last month. It's slow going, but progress is progress. Excuse me, they're partially still in my Q snaps because I don't want to remove my position on it. I stitched a little bit in here and stitched some of the frame here, and I'm progressing on this little birdie here. Yeah, this is a small project, so I'm aiming for a finish within this year, and I think that's pretty decent. So yeah, little progress on this one. All right, the next one. The next one is another Aida project. This is QS Hang in There by Karen Middleton, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, stitched on 25 count Dublin even weave linen 1/1. After I finished Asian Flower Girl, I was kind of in let's finish another project mood, and I chose this one because it had the smallest number of stitches to complete. And I was doing fine for about a week, but I wore out of it. Because I have my focus piece, the last one I showed you, the Japan Garden one, that is a very big Aida project. And I have daily goals for it. So apart from that focus piece, I can only stitch 1 or 2 more projects in a day, which means if I choose to stitch on this one, that means I'm stitching Aids all day long, right? I mean, not consistently stitching Aids, but you know, I don't stitch anything else. And I got tired of that. So now this one is at a rest, and I hope it would come back. Of course, I would be coming back, but you know, I made some progress here. I reached the very right side of the picture. Well, it was just one color all along, and some of the pins are coming out. And I was stitching here, I was wondering, this is supposed to be a green pin, and there is a orangey and purpley dark colors in here, and I checked the original picture, and it is like this. It's kind of like a vague picture, so well, if I stitch up the whole thing, maybe you won't really notice about it, but when you are, you know, stitching here, you're concentrating on this little part here. So yeah, so stitching along. Now the last WIP I'm going to show you is this Totoro piece. This is stitched on 18 count Aida, dyed by me using teal dye, 2/1 full crosses. I stitched about 1,500 stitches since I last showed this, and as you can see, I'm progressing. I changed my stitching style to vertically stitching because maybe because I dyed this, the stitch count is a little smaller, because when I did another 18 count project last year, I hadn't any trouble with how the threads look. maybe this project has more colors, but I just didn't like how my threads were laying, and my needle was pretty hard to go through the fabric. So yes, I switched to vertical method, and then it started to progress. And right here we have this TO coming here, but it's going to be a while before I reach this part, but it's coming along. And you know, the reason I chose this project, I was becoming, you know, bored with QS hanging there, as I said before, because my daughter kept on watching Totoro while she had to stay home. Her nursery was closed for a few days because someone in the nursery got positive result in the COVID test, and the facility must shut down for a cleaning, and she stayed home and watched Totoro all day long. I think she can she memorized some of the verses and music and all that, and which was a yay for me because I made her watch it in English. Yay for me, yeah. And now she doesn't want to watch it in Japanese. And we found out there were 2 English scripts to the Totoro ones, and the one we are watching is by, I forgot the name, but one of them is made by Disney and the other is made by another company, and the one we have is the non-Disney one. And I took my daughter to a haircut, and they let you see whatever DVD or anything that you want to watch while they cut their hair, so not to make the children move while they're cutting their hair. And she chose Totoro, and I asked her if the DVD had English version, and they did, and we were watching it, and the words were different and the voices were different too. So then I realized there was another version of English Totoro, and I'm planning to buy that one because I like the Disney translation better. Yeah, it was not cross-stitch related, but yeah, another thing that I found out. Yeah. And that's it for WIPs. Okay, so from here I would like to do a open with me, stitch with me kind of clip. And this is a kit that I bought last year. The company's name is called FuzelOk. I can't read this, but yeah, it's called FuzelOk, and it means French knot in Ukrainian, some countries' language. It means French knot. And I've taken out of the package already, so not to make any crinkling noise. And I'm going to open it. So it says it contains chart, instruction, wooden base, 2 parts, TMC threads, 20 colors, Matsuno beads, Kranic thread organizer, felt, mono thread, and 3 needles. And when I open it, I don't want to show you the chart, so I'm going to put this over here. And here's the thread, and it's braided. See? Oh, so neat. Wow. And here is the base. This is what you are going to stitch. And this is the felt that comes in the bag after you finish stitching. And these are the beads and the thread, the needle. This is the thread for beading, and I think this is granite. I think. Yes, I think. And here's the thread for the cross stitch and the beading needle. I don't know the difference. I can't tell the difference. Why are there supposed to be 3 needles in here? I'll tell you when I find out. And here's the base to you know, make this stand right like this. Da-da-dee. Da-da. Yeah. Oh. I thought I wouldn't be able to pull it out. And here's a card. Nice. And here is the chart, which I can't let you see. Oh, this is nice. This part is just a normal cross-stitch chart, as you can see. And let's see. And you see here, this is the street lamp, and this is the navigation in Russian, I think. And well, if people who want to start in English, stitching in English, has the chart here to substitute. Okay, now away with the chart. And here is the instruction. It's in Russian and English. Here are the symbols and how many strands. Mostly they're two-stranded. And the back stitch and the beads. They only have one kind of bead. The pink bead for the flowers. And the beads go into this yellow dots. Let's see. Oh, there they are. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit of the pattern. I'm going to do this. Let's hide it like this. See? Like that. So you don't stitch the threads and just stitch the bead. I've never stitched beads before, so that's going to be a challenge for me. And let's see. Okay, I'll start with the green, I guess, here. Okay, so I will thread the needle and come back a little bit later. Hi, I haven't threaded the needle yet, but I just found out how a 3 needles difference. I'll put them here and show it to you. I hope you can see. These left 2 needles, I think these are cross-stitching needles. And this very thin and long one is the beading needle. Is it focusing? I hope it is. So that's it. I'll thread the needle. Okay, I'm back with the threaded needle here. It's a light green color, and I'm going to stitch 1, 2, 3 squares from the left bottom. And it was a long thread, so I'm going to start this with the loop method. Okay, let's do it. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Try to be stable. It's quite awkward because this is not fabric. Okay, here's the loop. I hope the loop method works. Oops. There we go. Yes, it works. one square. It's quite... I don't know if it's easy to find the holes or not, but you have to go in straight. Can't go in like slanted like that. So you need to get, I think you need to get used to it. Okay. All right. 3 squares. And then going up 1 to the right. I need to do 2 squares here and go back here. So I'm going to do 2 squares. Like that. Not 1 square at a time. 2 squares at a time. Right. Okay. And here. Good. And then, oh, this is quite fun. You have to be pretty precise to find out the next hole you want to come up here. Well, but I think it's going to be a pretty fun stitch. Yes. I haven't stitched male-heel beads before, so I can't tell you the difference. But I'll tell you what I think after I've done some beading. And with this one, you don't have to worry about, you know, crushing the beads if you stitch along the way. So I'll maybe stitch 1 or 2 beads, even if I haven't completed the cross stitches. Okay, here we go. Oh, is this right? Yep, it is. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. You have to be careful of your length of your thread. It's quite not easy to pull out threads once your other end of the thread is just a teeny bit behind. You need a lot of power to pull it out. You might bend your needle by doing that. Is this right? Yes, it is. Yeah, that's about it. No, this is the wrong hole. Good. It feels like I'm going to lose the needle. I'm going to drop the needle because the fabric kind of holds the needle for you, but this wooden base feels like it's going to let you slip. How many did I do? 2, yes. 2. Excuse me if my stitches are not neat. I'm trying to do this not to shake the wooden base less as possible. Okay, I need to go over 2 squares to the right. Yep, that's the right hole. Okay, maybe a few more stitches and I have to finish my thread. Okay. This is going to be a little stitch. See, the wooden base doesn't, you know, how do you say it, bend in a way? The fabric does. When you pull it, the fabric kind of bends its way, but this doesn't. So you have to be careful for that part. It gets through here. Ugh. What's that? There we go. And let's cut that. Good. All right. How's that? Well, not very, very neat. Is it focusing? Please focus. Better. And the back. Well, we're going to put the felt up on here to cover the back like this. I'm gonna glue it on, so it's going to be covered, but I don't think I want to leave this too bulky, so the felt wouldn't be affected. Yeah. All right. So now this is my 5th WIP. In this video, it's now a 5th WIP now, and I'll keep you posted for my progresses on this one and the other projects as well. I hope what you liked what you see, and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll try to answer them as yeah, I'll try to answer them if I know the answers. And yeah, see you in the next video. Happy stitching, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy stitching. Bye.